And here were the Heat coming into the building earlier on, looking as dapper as... And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You look at San Antonio, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Hawks, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Then there's Len, and it's Young, and it's Jack in at the shooting guard. And for the Heat, Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. And Young, here we go. That one goes in.
Scouting report is be physical with Trae Young. And every night he finds ways to still make plays.
Now here's Dragic. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Ooh, tough-minded. I love the concentration right there. Potential and one for Gorn.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Now here's Reddish. 8 points his last outing. The kick out to Jack. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Olynyk, and he nails the jumper. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. Been a pretty even matchup this season with each team winning one game. So what's the key tonight as they try to take the advantage? He said in a word, defense. They can score with anybody, and we can score too, but we can't get into a shootout with these guys. We have to slow it down and make this a slugfest. We'll see if that strategy pays off tonight with a win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Greg, we'll see if they can come out and disrupt the other team's offensive flow.
Well, and to do that, it takes a concerted effort by all 5 guys. You can't afford breakdowns defensively.
Setting an aggressive physical tone early at the defensive end sounds like the right way to go. A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Waiters dishes to Butler. He kicks it to Dragic. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Olynyk. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Now here is Jack. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Young for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Reddish. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Dragic finds Waiters. And the officials call a traveling violation. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more.
Oh, goodness! Where did that come from?
I loved it.
It was beautiful.
Loved it.
The Heat trail by 8. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You look at Jack, not in the top 5 currently, but he's amidst some terrific talent nonetheless, and there's still plenty of time for him.
And to be there among the top 10 of this very talented rookie class really says a lot about his potential.
You know what? I feel like he's only scratching the surface of what he can become. A terrific talent who's willing to put in the work.
And a bit of a first for Che as he was named Player of the Week for the past week. Great performances from him.
And Kevin, how could they not name him Player of the Week with the way he played over the last few games? Fantastic production from him, and glad he got the award.
And that one falls for Collins. And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest, Smitty, that he really jumps onto the NBA scouts' radars.
You're right. A 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Waiters, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Right in rhythm, Waiters tends to be most efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Young pass to Jack. Three-pointer. Unable to get that one. And Miami the other way now. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they looked right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Adebayo kicks to Dragic. Banked in off the glass. Dragic has got 7 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Young finds Len. In the corner, Collins with it. Stolen by Waiters. 5-on-3 break. Here's Butler. Ejected by Len. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. And some changes here for the Heat. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk. And Winslow subbed in for Dion Waiters. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Jabari Parker's checked in for Alex Len.
The burst of athleticism of Butler is fun to watch. He is a tenacious dunker.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. Young's shot is off. The Heat trail by 7. Here's Johnson. The kick outside to Butler. Tries again. Rebound Atlanta.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Good on the triple. 10 points for Jack.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Winslow. The dish to Butler. And they double up Butler. Outside Dragic. There's Winslow. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
Here's Jack. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Pass to Winslow from 20 feet out. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Winslow's got 5.
Well, you know, defensively, that's what they're trying to do to Winslow. Turn him into a jump shooter, and he made them pay.
It's good. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And ever since the Big Three era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
And Miami making a change here. Jones is checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones checked in for Collins. Parsons comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Young. Here's Huerter. Drops in the tray.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Winslow with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Here's Butler. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Jack. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Winslow, the pass to Butler. Winslow dishes to Leonard. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
The shot's good.
Defensively, giving up far too many.
In for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Leonard. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Dion Waiters checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic in for Jones. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Waiters and Winslow are the wings. And it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat trail by 13. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Lets it go from 14, and the jumper falls for him. Dragic has got 9 points.
Well, we know Goran Dragic is very crafty. He can get his shot off in that mid-range area.
He gets that one. Jack's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Dragic finds Waiters. Jack's up a 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Second shot opportunity, and Jack with the basket on the assist by Young. Jack's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way. He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
The Heat trail by 17. Passes it to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Dragic the pass to Waiters. Back to Dragic. Rebounded by the Hawks. Jack's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Hawks leading by 17. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the 3 well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
Waiters no luck.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Jack against Olynyk. Back to Collins. He dishes it to Len. To the paint. Here's Reddish. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Hawks lead by 19.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
To the middle to end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
and you watch Olynyk play, and he has the skill set of a stretch four. Solid enough from outside, although he struggled last season, can give a team a different look from the post spots.
Young dishes to Len. Jack's shot is good. Jack's got 8 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And with Olynyk, he has the size to play at the 4 or the 5.
Olynyk is a legit 7-footer, and he has added beat inside the lane. Though until he improves as a rim protector, you'd rather have him as a 4.
Young inside. He's guarded by Dragic. That one good for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Waiters finds Olynyk. 36 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Dragic. Young with the steal. Got a piece of it. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the shot is good. And that's 13 points for Goran Dragic.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Dragic against Young. Basket good.
He's such a tricky cover. Even inside, Trae Young makes adjustments that others can't.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Atlanta with a 19-point advantage heading into the next.
Thank you, Kevin. Jay, it is amazing how quickly you have adjusted to the speed of the NBA. Is Rookie of the Year something that's already crossed your mind?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from Jack.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Collins at power forward with Len at center. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Jack in at the 2-guard spot.
Forcing the action, going to the line. Now Dragic wins these battles with his hustle.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
That one drops for him. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Sweet finish by Dragic. He's got the whole game going tonight.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dragic is running, and it's Butler with the jam.
Love the eye contact by Jimmy Butler and his teammate before he rolls up for that alley-oop.
Young against Dragic, and Young, here we go. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Down low, it's stolen by Reddish. And now Jack pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them?
Jones checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Goran Dragic. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. There's Winslow. He's got 15. Jones kicks to Butler. The pass to Winslow. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. Gets an open look and hits. Winslow's got 17.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Jack passes to Herter to the right side. For 3, Murray. Another 3 for Atlanta.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
On the wing, Winslow. Defended by Jack. Shot by Johnson, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Murray against Jones. Pass to Herter.
2 minutes.
Here's Jack. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Butler goes in. It's rebounded by Herter.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce. Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And Miami has possession. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Winslow finds Leonard. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists now in this one. Atlanta leading by 21. Pass to Herter. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Heat shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Winslow dishes to Jones. Right side, Butler. Winslow kicks to Butler. Outside Leonard from past the arc. And the Heat, another 3.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
And it's Parker in the corner. Murray the pass to Jack. Inside. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Fires from deep. Herter, no good. The Heat trail by 20. Butler passes to Jones.
Come get it.
Kicks to Winslow. The tray. He's off on that one. Jack inside the line. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Winslow and Butler comprise the backcourt. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Dishes to Olynyk. He kicks to Winslow. over Parsons. Winslow's shot is off.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And finished off by Collins.
Aggressive move by Collins, but what else is new? This team feeds off his energy.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why: he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game. What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
The kick out to Jack. To the inside. And finished off by Parsons.
Parsons can go down and flush it on you if you let him. He has some sneaky hops.
And Miami shooting around 41% on the night. Now Winslow. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And for Justice Winslow, the former 10th overall pick out of Duke, he has transformed himself into a Swiss Army knife of a wing player. Gives you a bit of everything.
Waiters, he's checked in for Butler.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
It's good from long range.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Waiters gets a wide open look, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight. You know, it's funny to think that not too long ago, Smitty, Winslow was viewed as a defensive specialist.
And in all fairness, that was not too long ago, like you said, Kevin. But what I like now, his playmaking has improved to where he can create for others, and he's getting more and more confident on his threes and scoring.
Dragic finds Olynyk. Back to Dragic, over Young. No good from Dragic.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
And Winslow comes to help. Here's Len. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
There's Winslow. And again, Miami with the triple.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, 1 in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
Passes to Len. Back to Young, and Winslow comes to help. Here's Parsons. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Parsons might be slight of frame, but he still knows how to take a hit and finish.
Winslow kicks to Waiters. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Tips it.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Dragic comes with the double team. Nobody near Parsons. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Dragic against Young. From outside the arc. No good from Dragic.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Waiters outside. And the pass to Winslow. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Parsons with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Jack. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Pass to Adebayo. Now the dish to Waiters. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. So both teams making some changes here. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something. Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books, we've got a special...
Hey, Kenny here, man. Great game. Nothing anyone could do to slow you down. Win?
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny. For Shaq.
Player of the week is a pretty big deal. What are your thoughts on outplaying the entire NBA for a week?
This is pretty much a team award to me. You know,
You guys were firing in all cylinders tonight.
we were all dialed in on D tonight.